You know, I've had a lot of time off since my last fight. I've had a lot of time to reflect on what happened on the night, where it all went wrong, things that I did right. It's been, you know, it's a learning curve, and I think I've learned more from that one fight than I have my 18 others. I've learned you can't just go in there and take everybody out. Before, that's what I thought could happen. You know, I always thought, you know, I always thought fights were going to get harder. They do get harder as you come up through your career. Your fights get tougher. But I always thought if I hit someone, they're going to be in trouble. I've never thought about what's coming back at my end, and you know, that was my downfall in my last fight. I was concentrating too much on taking him out and doing a job on him, and I ended up walking onto a decent punch what I didn't see coming, and you know, it put me on the floor, and I ended up getting stopped. But at least it's happened at this stage of my career as opposed to later on down the line. I know that I'm a much better fighter than what it said on the night. I was making mistakes in that fight what I don't usually make. I think a lot of it, some of it as well, is complacency. You know, you get in there and you, like I said, going on back to what I just said, you think you can just stop everyone and anyone who you're with is going to be in trouble. But now my mentality of getting into fights has changed. Where, you know, before I always thought I'm going to go in there and I'm going to destroy you. Whereas now my mentality is first and foremost make sure I don't get hit with anything clean. And if I don't get hit with anything clean, that can't happen again. You know, I got stopped because nothing to do with not being able to take a shot. Just I got hit clean and I didn't see it coming. And if they're the ones that take you down, the ones that you don't see. And it was a cracking punch. I'm not taking nothing away from Khomitsky. On the night, the best man won. But you know, if in future we can get that fight again, which I'm 99% sure that we can, we'll see who wins next time round. Right, in boxing, you're always going to have the critics. You know, don't matter who you fight, where you fight, who it's against. You're always going to have your critics. I mean, even Floyd Mayweather, who's 48-0, and I believe best fighter ever to have lived, he's got critics. There's people who say that, you know, when he boxed Manny Pacquiao, he was rubbish, he was crap, which. You know, how can that be true? How can it make sense? Don't get me wrong, Khomitsky were the best opponent that I'd fought, and on the night, you know, I weren't as good as what I should have been, and I lost the fight. But like I say, I want all my fans to keep faith, because that weren't the best AdamEtches. You know, it were 9 times out of 10. I'll beat Khomitsky and I'll beat people better than Khomitsky. On that one night, I was unfortunate. I'm not going to say that Khomitsky were lucky, because he probably weren't lucky. due to me having bad habits, being sloppy with my jab and walking onto one. He timed it perfectly and he took me out. But I have fought other people, not as good as what Khomitsky is, not as high up the ratings, but and to be fair, I beat him. You can only beat who's in front of you. If I'd have, on the night, you usually find if I'd have fought Khomitsky, and if I'd have knocked him out in the first or second round, all these Twitter warriors would have been saying, oh, he's an old man, he's 40-year-old, anyone could knock him out, anyone could knock him out. So the fact that it was the other way around, he knocked me out, now everyone's saying, oh, you shit, you've been knocked out by a 40-year-old man. Which, to be fair, you know, he is an old man, but he's a good boxer, he's experienced, he's been there, he's done it and he's seen it. So for me it's just a learning curve, you know, I'll be back. I need to make sure that the same mistakes don't happen again, and next time I fight I'm sharper than I were last time out. Importantly, I've changed a lot of things. My training mentality. Before I've always just worked on fitness. That's been my main concern since the beginning. Just be fit, And I've always been fit, but I've neglected a lot of skill. I've just been reliant on wearing people down and landing big punches, whereas now I'm working on different things. I'm working on my head movement, I'm moving my feet more, working on my defence. It's all a work in progress and it ain't going to happen overnight, but I can guarantee you, everyone watching, they aren't seeing the best out of me. You know, he's coming. Well, I've got a fight on July 18th. It's a small dinner show at Sheffield Park Hotel on 18th of July. I haven't got an opponent as of yet, but I just need to go in there, show that I'm making improvements on my last fight, get the win, and then hopefully we can push for that Khomitsky rematch. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone, you know. For me, I'm really, really lucky. I don't think there's anyone in the country that's got support what I have. And the fans, they make the fights better. You know, they come out in their hundreds for that Kell Brook fight. It was unbelievable. The amount of people that came to that show just to support me, it's unbelievable, and I can't thank all my fans enough for coming and supporting me. But all I ask is, you know, that you all keep faith, you all keep coming and supporting me, because I'm better than what I were on March 28th. Now I've got a point to prove. You know, I've got to show improvements, and in a way, I've got to go back to the drawing board. I've got to start again. Make sure that the same mistake doesn't happen again, because, you know, 9 times out of 10 I'll beat Sergey Khomitsky, but that one time I got unlucky, you know, I got caught, he landed a good punch and the fight got stopped. It looked a lot worse than what it were. You know, I weren't badly hurt, I just went down really heavy because it was a good punch. I didn't see it coming. But I've just got to dust myself down, not make the same mistakes what I made in that fight, and come back bigger, better and stronger than before, and you know, I'm 100% sure I can do that. I've got the best team around me, and I'm lucky I'm in a good place. Yeah, I'd just like to give a big thank you to all the sponsors, my sponsors, that have stuck by me. You know, even after my defeat against Khomitsky. You know, big thank you to MDL Energy, Olton Casino, Mercury Taxis, and Napoleon's Olton. You know, I wouldn't be able to be a full-time professional without their help. So, you know, it's a big thank you, and I'm grateful for all the support that I've got. And like I say, without your help, I wouldn't be able to be a full-time professional and concentrate on what I'm doing. Now I can really concentrate and make sure that the same mistakes don't happen what happened in my last fight. You know, I can go back to the drawing board, iron them out. I don't have to be concentrating on going to work and earning money, because I'm lucky that the sponsors can provide me with, you know, enough money to concentrate on fulfilling the dream of becoming a middleweight world champion. So once again, a big thank you to everyone, and I'll be back.